Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 80. It is April 19th, Thursday. Good night's sleep last night, so tented for the first time in 2 months. Got down to about 41, maybe 40. I think it might have been 39 when I got up, so right around 40-ish. About 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, start raining. You know, nice steady rain. Rain for a few hours, kind of on and off, but a few hours. And then it, before we got up, the wind really kicked up. It was blowing pretty good, which kind of worked out because that blew a lot of the water off the tent. So when I got up this morning, it wasn't raining, the wind was not blowing, and you know, the tent wasn't that wet. I was able to, I carry a little chamois to kind of wipe my tent off, so that's a good idea. Always, you don't have to carry a big chamois, just something to get that water, the excess water beads and stuff off your tent. Helps dry it out. So I was able to, good thing was I was able to, you know, wake up this morning, got up you know, at sunrise, and you know, pretty much pack up and all that good stuff, do all that stuff, eat and use the bathroom, all that stuff without it raining. So really appreciate that. You know, as bad as you hate to see rain, especially when you're tenting and having a wet tent and stuff like that, it could always be a lot worse. You could be waking up and it could be raining, and you're having to, you know, put up a tent in the rain and having to use the bathroom in the rain, all that good stuff. So I'm very appreciative I didn't have to do that. So the weather report for today is we should be clear of rain until about 11. You know, so 11 a.m. this morning to probably 2-ish, you know, about that 3-hour period. That's the highest risk for some rain showers. I think it'd be more light rain, I believe. And then as the day goes on after that, you know, the percentages go down, you know, 25%, 15%. And then by like 5 o'clock, it's like 5% or 0. And then pretty much it's 0% all through the night, all through tomorrow. I think all through tomorrow night. The only thing is the temperatures aren't going to get above probably 45 today. It's going to stay low 40s. And then it's the afternoon, as it starts clearing, it's going to start dropping. It's going to get down to probably 30 or 32 tonight. So it'll be cold, but the rain will be gone. So, you know, I'm hoping I can get some good miles in, and I'm hoping, you know, that this 11 to 2 or 11 to 3 o'clock rain possibility, I'm kind of hoping I miss it. Obviously, I don't want to have to walk in here, especially with rocks. You know, I don't want them any slicker than they already are. But hopefully, if it does rain, it'll just be little light showers. And I got later today and tonight to look forward to rainless, according to the report. So that's cool. Looks like I'm probably going to be camping again tonight, just because the way the shelters are, there's like a maybe 12 or 13 mile shelter and then like a 26, and that's just kind of too short and too long. I mean, I'd have to pull my biggest day in the rocks to get to that William Penn shelter, whatever it is. So I don't think I'll get there, but there's a camping spot probably just under 18 miles away, which is kind of right, I have to go around this, right kind of in my wheelhouse for what I'm looking for. I'm looking for, you know, good at least 17, 18, you know, up to about 20. All right, so I'm gonna have to climb. All right, let me turn the video off so I can climb around and get back over there. All right, I'm back. So like I said, there is a campsite at like just under 18, I think. So more than likely, that's probably where I'll wind up, because I'm not sure, looking at the guidebook and stuff, you know, kind of what everything is like after that. So my plan is to hike. When I get to that campsite, we'll look at what time it is. You know, if it's real early, which I doubt it, but if it's before 5 o'clock or something like that, then I might push on a little bit and try to stealth camp somewhere. But it looks like, you know, today, tomorrow, and even Saturday, it looks like, you know, 18 to 20 mile days each day. Probably camping, tent camping tonight and tomorrow night. Probably no shelter. Probably can't work it out with the shelter. But 2 more tent camping nights, and then that should put me in Hamburg Saturday, where I'm going to be staying in town and doing all my resupply and all that good stuff and meeting a friend. So that's kind of the plan. It looks like Friday and Saturday would be great days to hike. I mean, it's going to be up to about 60 or high 50s. I mean, the lows are like in the 30s, so it looks like at night it's going to be chilly. But the daytimes, Friday, Saturday, look really nice. So I'm excited about that. You know, I just got to kind of push through today, and things should get better. It might be a little chilly in the morning when I get up, but should be sunny and warm up. So that's that. I did spend so like yesterday, as I mentioned, Now or Never. We stayed at the Doyle the other night, and then I caught back up with him because he headed out earlier. I had some errands to run in town yesterday, so I caught back up with him about halfway to the campsite. So we hiked the last 8 miles together, and then camped together last night. Good guy. Enjoyed spending some time on the trail with him. So that's that. All right, so last night was Wednesday night. Did do the Eagle Border Review for Cotter last night. I'm happy to say that the board did sign off on his Eagle Scout Award. So what happens is they sign off on it. It goes to our local council office. Our council executive will put his signature on it. He's going to follow the recommendation of the board. And then it goes to national, you know, I think they just verify in their computers, their records, that all the information's correct on the application, that, you know, the badges, that dates he earned the badges are all, you know, match up and that kind of stuff. And it has all the proper signatures, that kind of thing. And then what they do is they sign off and they send back what they call the credentials, basically his Eagle Scout card, his little certificate, and that usually takes up to 2 weeks to get back. You know, anywhere from 1 to 2 weeks. It comes back to the local office. We'll get a phone call from council, and they'll say, "Hey, his stuff's back. You can come pick it up." And at that point, his official Eagle Scout date, having earned it, will be yesterday, the 18th of April. Because it's based on the border review date. So it's just a matter, within a week or so, we should have all the paperwork back. But he has been recommended and approved by the board. So his, essentially, we had our 4 current youth Eagles. They kind of stood in for him, kind of answered questions of the board. And then we had, I think it was somewhere around 7 other scouts, older and younger scouts, that addressed the board on Cotter's behalf, basically telling the board how they thought he met the requirements of the Scout Oath and Law, you know, how he lived by those and whatnot. And then the 4 Eagles, then the board, you know, kind of mulled it over, I guess, discussed what they were going to do. Then they called in. The 4 Eagles came back in with Cotter's mom and his 15-year-old sister, and that's when the board kind of announced their decision. And from what I understand, according to my wife, you know, most of the troop was there kind of waiting for him when they came out and congratulated his mom and sister and all that good stuff. So so that's the deal. My wife was in on the board. She actually video recorded the different scouts that were speaking, and the plan is to kind of put together a little video collage of their, I guess, impressions of Cotter, and then play that at his court of honor when we do that, when I get back, where we actually, you know, present the badge to his family. So just wanted to kind of give you the update on what happened there. So that's what happened. Looks like everything's good, and you know, I appreciate all the support and stuff from subscribers and all the kind words that people have sent in. You know, we've relayed that information to Cotter's mom, Ellen, so she's aware that, you know, she has a whole community supporting her on YouTube and supporting her kid. So I appreciate that, and I know it helps a little bit in the healing process for her. So all right, well, you can see what we got. You know, it isn't rocks all the time, but you know, there's little rocks here hiding under these leaves, ready to stab you in the foot. But you know, you go from kind of terrain like this to situations where you got big rocks. So that's what I expect the rest of the day, and we're just going to take our time, and especially since it's a little damp and wet. You know, the important thing is to be safe, not get injured, right? And we'll make whatever miles we make today. All right, here we are. We got some trail magic here. We got a patch, Pennsylvania Department of Corrections. Note said, leave all for the Scoutmaster, please. The attached patch is for Scoutmaster. Of course, I'm here with Walkie-Talkie. There he is. We've been hiking together today. He's a northbounder too, so of course we've been enjoying some Mountain Dew. There's Snickers, looks like honey buns. So we're gonna share some of this stuff because we got more hiking to do today. Shout out to my trail angel. Thanks a lot, appreciate it. Mountain Dews are hitting the spot.